Alright, we have NRG NAVI summary. This is the third round. I just wanted to start with this. Just felt like this was a very good example of what went on in the game itself. Just a fast kill for CNED, opening it up, and then an instant reaction from NRG. This round does actually go down into a 3v2, and I just thought it was just worth watching. There was just a lot of situations like this where Navi had the man advantage or they get the first kill and somehow the individual and just the teamwork and just this just straight up skill from NRG is just too strong. They managed to just win out 3v2s, 2v2s, 4v5s, every kind of possibility you could imagine when they're a man down. They were just winning them. And it was just an insane game to watch. Navi managed to win both pistols and still didn't actually get this game, which is kind of insane, especially when you look at the scoreline. It was really, really dominant. This as well, just Ardis managing to shut down the hits, even though they can't see him. Just very good understanding of how they like to play with the 4-1, with Cypher lurking a lot of the time, and especially with their game plan at the beginning, just holding over towards A main. I liked it a lot. I thought they were very much in control. Considering they didn't take any pistols. This, with that kill, before that kill went down, it was a 3v5. So 3v5 into the 3v4. And then this is just, again, another example of just being up by 2 men, and then goes down into a 3v3. And then, yeah, I just love how they play these situations, how just together they are, just both just willing to just jump around corners to make sure the other person can actually trade the kill. And yeah, they're just a unit. I was just so impressed with the mid-rounding. I really felt like there was a big mid-rounding diff in a lot of this game. I really did. And yeah, it was just very impressive. They're just a unit. They really are. And just the overwhelm was good. The wide swing from Victor here to make sure that Crashes can trade him as well if need be. Like, everything was just perfect from them. It was a really, really cool game. This was pretty nice from Navi. They had a good set round, right? Just instant fatal into CNED. Again, managing to get the first kill. And Shao actually managing to get his own kills, get them on the board. And yeah, this was one of the first buy rounds they could get, and actually mounted a bit of a comeback. So the first half was relatively close in the end, even though it did feel it did feel a little bit one-sided. Like maybe the scoreline didn't suggest this as much, but a lot of the mid-rounding was really good. So what I wanted to talk about was just this round here. I thought this was really, really cool. So it's a good way of Angel using his TP as they put the smoke down. He gives info to his team, and then they can just instantly spam where he sees them. So he smokes down, he goes into it, he spots this person here, and they're just spamming. Right? The comms just come in, and they're just spamming so they can get into the site. There was still some good rounds from Navi. Still some good rounds. And then there was Sugetsu as well. Started turning up, started hitting some shots, and actually bringing us into a 6-on-6, like we said. So a really good half in the end. Like 6 on attack, you're pretty happy with it. They also managed to win the pistol. And then this happened. They were in control. A ridiculous 1v3 from him. It really was. Stands up, gives it, and it just felt like every time they were coming out of this heaven position, they had a magnet on their head because they were just losing every single duel when they were coming out of heaven here. This is another example. Swings a little bit late on this. CNED misses the shot, just instantly gets taken down by Som, and like I said, that swing round that we saw from Crashies, the 1v3, was just everything. It really, really was. We have this as well, just another example. Just everyone swinging out of heaven, just a magnet on the head. Just insane. It really was. I was joking on the stream that they had to just 5-person retake from door just because it was so dominant. Yeah, definitely in terms of the stats that I want to look at, just fast kills, fast deaths, right? CNED's 8-1. 8-1, double pistol, 13-8. This is a devastating game for Navi to lose. Very impressive from NRG. Crashes, obviously the 1v3 for me was just completely pivotal. Som was fragging so hard on the attack, and FNS, again, just mid-rounding. These situations where they are a man down, they were just incredible, some of the calls. So really want to shout him out. Then we got over towards Lotus. NRG actually managed to win a pistol, so that helped them a lot into this one. And this was just insanely well played from Soma, right? We're going down to 3-on-3. He gets this kill. Look at his instant decision making. While this is going on in the minimap, he instantly decides to go here. And they just don't expect him to just be here so fast. It was so smart from him. Love the instant decision making. And then, yeah, just hits the transfer as well. Really, really good pressure from him getting the kill. Over towards Heaven at the beginning was still there as well, so they were expecting him and just didn't expect this instant decision making, like I said. This is something that I wanted to highlight as well. FNS's after plant Viper ult. Look how good this is. They won 2 rounds off of this. Every time they had this ult, they just went over towards C. It's just something that I imagine in practice they've just been being like, well, if we can get on towards the site, we're gonna win. We're gonna win the round, because look how good it is. It does so much damage. Ardis plays this really well. Just as it's getting halved, jumps up, gets the information, gets them off the spike as well. But yeah, this Viper ult that they were doing, it's really cool because they have a little area here, right, where I'm just scribbling. That's where they can sit, and they're pretty comfortable, and the ult can just stay up. And Navi have to take a lot of space to actually get that kill. So I thought that was cool. This was a really pivotal round because there was just so many ults used. So many ult used. You just saw CNED use his ult. They're just about to take down the Killjoy ult as well. So we're at 5. They're pretty much putting all of their eggs in this basket just to win this round, just to try and get a kill, an actual round on the board. So it's like a must-win round for them here. And CNED just did fantastic, right? We're in a 2v3. It's looking a bit... I mean, this is just the story of the whole game. It really is. It's a 2v3. FNS finds the kill, and now we're into a 2-on-2. They go over towards the A site, and they just have the advantage now. They just have the advantage. They got the site. They win the afterplant. Good afterplant positions from them. And again, just these situations that Navi are losing are just crazy. They managed to get it back to 4-8. I just wanted to skip over towards the pistol here, because they did manage to squeeze out some rounds. Some of it was from Shao, some of it was from Sugetsu. And then, yeah, I liked a lot of what I saw from them on their attack, though. It was pretty much about who can get the most rounds on attack. They had this cool smoke that blocked a lot of vision, and basically once I saw all of that, and once I saw a few of their rounds, I just realized that their afterplant was too strong, and it felt like NRG were on the same page as well. Czech called a timeout relatively early, and they just started fighting sites a little bit heavier. This was a good example, again, of just how hard it is for them to actually just take the site itself, right? Also going in, NRG and Navi just having a good understanding of how important this round is. Navi just knowing that if they can get this round, it forces NRG down to an eco, right? Their money's really low, and so they just use all of their ults into it. CNED has a really good ult here that kind of just saves them, and it was at least a nice... We saw good signs, is what I'm trying to say. We saw good signs from Navi, good understanding of when they should be using their ults, when the big rounds are, and them actually winning like a big pivotal round this time, unlike the other one I showed you earlier. Then, we had this. I'm quickly just going to pause this before the mania happens. So, a lot of what we just missed in this round, so they're basically eco at the moment in terms of NRG. At the beginning of the round, they pushed over towards A. They got information that they couldn't push here. They did a smoke, and they held it, and then they heavy rotated over towards C. I really wanted Navi to mid-round more, maybe make some pressure, but this felt like a big pivotal round for me. The rotates came in. This is something you're going to see a lot when we get over towards split. This kind of like Omen double duelist entry with the raise, and it, yeah, literally like Bala said, it always just fell to pieces. And this was a big round, another good round again in my opinion from FNS. Just the rotates were really good, and just the idea into the round was great. Okay, let's look at this. Who would have thought? We're in a 2-on-3 again. How do we think this one's going to end? Another man advantage for Navi. Another kill going down. Now back into a 2-on-2. It's almost as if we've seen this before on just... I mean, it's just every single time. Every single time it was a 2v3, 4v3. It just always seemed to end like this. And it was just, yeah, just devastating. It must have been a bit of a nightmare. FNS's decision making here was so good, right? His reading of the situation and just putting himself in Xiao's shoes and just knowing what the most likely thing to happen here is just incredible. Just goes in, realizes the sound, and just gets this. Yeah, it's, again, another shout out to FNS. Just think that he was on top of this. His decision making was just incredible. Yeah, really, really good. So we're at 9-11. It's getting pretty close. And this was just a pivotal round, bit of land sound here. Angel making a hero play. They just couldn't hear the TP, so he gets out here. And this round here was just massive to actually just get them back into the game. So yeah, I thought this was really nice. Just a good example of land sound. Basically, this was actually a round that they won the man advantage in the 2v4, even though Ardis managed to make this close. And then we eventually got to overtime. It was relatively close. It got to 11-11. Then we got over towards overtime. And then I just thought this was... I mean, this was madness. This was absolute madness. I'll just let this roll and then we'll just watch it. Sagetsu really stepping up on this one. It's just looking very good at the moment for NRG. Time is low. Crashes. Gets Zipan, but Zipan stopped the plant. So now time's really low. Xiao's done another hero play. Stop the plant. Sagetsu gets the kill. Gets hit by his teammate Satchel, so he can't hit the planter, but then he does actually kill everyone. It was just a manic round, and it was just cool to just see everyone. Zipan stopping the plant in terms of getting him off the plant, then Xiao going in, stopping the plant again, and the call was to just stop with the time being so low, and they did really well to make it happen. This was pretty much how I can sum up the last round. It was very easy after this kill for NAVI. It's a nice wall. They sneak behind it. The first time they decided to actually play this. And I'm just going to stop it there because honestly, CNED getting the kill here, then all they did was keep it nice and simple. He wanted to kind of go a little bit aggro, gets called back, they get the orb, obviously that's all, and then they just entered with the ult and actually managed to win this. So I thought this was really nice from NAVI. NRG did good in this as well, but it was one of those things where, I don't know, like these situations, these rounds they're winning, it feels like NAVI should be playing them better, but also just shout out to NRG for actually making it happen. And then we go over towards this one, last map split, and it was dominant. It really was. You're going to see. Do you know what? I'll pause this at the right time. Okay, I'll pause this right now. Victor's on 10 HP. Som is on 45 HP. Ardis, 100 HP. It's a 3v5. Who's going to win this? Who is going to win this round? Surely they don't win another one like this. Oh wait, it's now a 1v2, and they managed to get the last kill over towards heaven as well. And I'm just honestly just beating the same point here at the moment because it's just like, it was non-stop. It really was. This happened a lot as well. Dog information coming in, CNED being caught into mail, and every time CNED was mail, it felt like they knew there was only one person towards B. I also felt like CNED was maybe a little bit stuck in just like jet mode here. He was in a position a lot of the times where he couldn't get out. This was a good example of how hard the site is to hold in terms of double duelist, right? The double dive coming in, just a good plan here in terms of the bait setup as well from NRG. And just these rounds are just really, really impressive. I just thought it was cool. I very much like the double duelist on attack. I think it's great. I think it just adds the fact that you can just sight hit and just gives the caller more options. This is what I was talking about with CNED. Take it to the op out, going into a position that you would expect a jet that can maybe get away. Nicely done from NRG expecting it, but again, it still just felt like it just didn't feel comfortable. It felt to me when I was watching CNED that he didn't almost realize that he was on a Raze and not a jet. This is the first round that Navi get. Doombros, the coach of Navi, has just called a TAC timeout. I thought this was really smart. A lot of how NRG had been approaching this was heavy mid control, so NRG were expecting them to hold down middle, but Doombros was just a little bit of a step ahead here. He actually called for a 3-person stack onto A, left middle, and just knew that they were going to sight hit. Navi, yeah. Navi do the 3-person stack over towards A, and they just didn't expect it. And I just thought that was really smart. I think even Doombros thinks that it was pretty smart. He taps his head here as well, taking credit for that one for sure. But honestly, I even talked about it on my stream. I kind of thought they were knowing they were probably going to sight hit. And I was just impressed to see that he actually called the stack over towards sights here. We had rounds like this as well. Big pivotal rounds. Money's really low. And FNS is just doing stuff like this where he's taking 2 down. Like we said, money is low. Xiao, the whole game pretty much was just saving. Like he just couldn't do anything. He was either getting double dived on. Or he was just having to just save his gun. And I think he even ended the first half with no kills. But a lot of the time it was just save simulation for him. It was just wild. Yeah, that's the FNS double there. And yeah, you can see how much it means because, like I said, that was pretty much everything for me. That was the pivotal round. That's where it all kind of was 100% done in my opinion. This was a pretty sick round. I like this a lot. It's just one of those crazy things that only happens like once in 100 times. The dogs just cleared the back of sight. Angel TP's here. And somehow, look at this timing. He goes into smoke mode. The flash then hits him as he's out of smoke mode. And then FNS just gets the kill. And it's just like nothing can go right for NAVI at this point. Absolutely crazy. The timing was just madness. And yeah, we managed to see a 10-2 half from NRG. So at that point, the game's pretty much done. It's a little bit too late. You're going to have a flashback to Lotus here as the double entry that I was talking about with the Omen TPing exactly where the raise is. There we go. Bit of deja vu for us all. And yeah, it just felt... I don't know, 2 rounds is just not enough. 2 rounds is not enough. You're always going to be able to do this stuff. Big shout out to NRG. I thought it was really cool. I would honestly like in an ideal world, I don't think it's going to happen in this tournament. I would like NAVI to try the double duelist comp. I'm pretty much on the hype with the double duelist on this. Like I said, I think it allows you more options. You can just sight hit very easy with it. And I think this is a good team for it. CNED on CNED on Jet and Zipan you could have on Raze. I think it would suit them very well. Overall thoughts is NAVI need to play these situations better when they have the man advantage. Pretty sloppy from them. NRG, very, very impressive. FNS, I just thought was just incredible with the calling. The amount of times he avoided a stack as well on the ecos. Against ecos was just very, very good. Like I'm saying, the mid-rounding was perfect. Ardis was great. And yeah, just as a unit, as individuals in these 3v whatever situations when they're a man down, they were just always in control, which is just it's just insanity. It really was. NAVI doing the hard part. The first kill seen at 18-9 and still couldn't close them out. If you liked this kind of content, let me know in the comments below. Give it a like and I'll see you on the next one.